You guys, now I will provide a demo of network, how you can create network by using Cisco Packet Tracer. This is Cisco Packet Tracer 8.01. And before connecting our computers with network, so first I would like to just give you an overview of this interface. If you see on the top, that here there are different options. For example, you can save your packet tracer. For example, you can save as, or you can open your already saved packet. And likewise, if you want to open it or if you want to create the new one, so from here you can do that. So these are the different icons which you can use. For example, this you can use for the purpose of selection. This is you can to delete any device from, and so this is actually working area. So it has two options. One is logical option and the other one is the physical one. So we are only dealing with the logical options here. And on the right side, if you see that this is the two options: real time logical network if you want to see, and this is on the simulation. So we will see them. So right now we are on the real time. And if you see here, so these are actually the different network devices, for example, router, switch, hub, and these are the different type of the routers. Likewise, here we have the different computers like PCs, laptops. We have, and this is actually the cable. So this provides the connection. And here, if you see, there are the different type of cables. For example, copper straight through, or crossover, or fiber. And we know that these different type of cables are being utilized to make the connection. But I would recommend you that you need to only choose this one, because this is the intelligent connection. It will automatically choose the different type of cable in among the different devices. So okay guys, now what we will do, that we will create a small network of 3 computers and we will connect it with hub. Okay, for example, so we are just for example, these are 3 computers and we are going to connect these computers through hub. So so now what we will do, we will choose this intelligent cabling or connection, which will automatically decide, and we not need to bother about the type of the connection or the cable. So it will automatically uh, suggest the type of the cable. Now these green triangle, they are showing that this is an active connection. And now before going into detail, first we have to assign the IP addresses to all these 3 PCs. So for that, what we will do, we will first label the IP addresses. So I'm going to use the network addressing, the network IP address class C combination, that is starting from 192.168.1.3, and this is 192.168.1.4, and this is 192.168.1.5. Okay guys, so now here you can see that it is showing the same network but different IP addresses. Okay, so now what we will do, that we will actually going to assign IP addresses to our these different PCs. So for example, if I start from 1, so the IP address which I can give here, from I need to choose desktop option and then IP configuration. So here I will give the same IP address, that is I have labeled here 168.1.3, and you not need to worry about the subnet mask, because it is automatically, you will just click in subnet mask section, so it will display you the subnet mask. So guys, this IP address is actually the first 1, 2, 3. So this is just like just telling you the street address, and this is actually your home or your house. It is telling your house, and this is actually, so this part means the first 3 digits, means first these the values in these 3 dots, and the values in these 3 dots, they are telling you the network, and then this is actually the last one is telling you the ID of or the address of your PC1 or computer 1. So if you want to know, so I can just explain that it is actually telling you, if we take a realistic example, so you can just imagine that, for example, this is your street address, and this 3 is your house number or house address. Okay, so now we will assign the IP address to our PC2. So the same, we will assign 192, the same process of assigning 192.168.1.4, and then the subnet mask, and then you need to close it. Now we are going to assign to PC0. So the same process we will follow, 192.168.1.5, and here we go. So now what we have done, that we have assigned the IP addresses. So now what we will do, that we to see that whether we can we send a packet from PC0 to PC2. So what I will do, that I just go to command prompt, and so now as you know, ping is a command which we can use here to see that whether it can send PC0 can send packet to PC2. So I will just check it through my ping command. So I will write ping 192.168.1.4, and now I will see. See guys, now it is sending. This TTL is actually is telling me that 4 packets were sent, post 4 packets were received, and this time to live is 120 milliseconds. So okay, so it means that now this network is active and it can send message. Okay, packet. No, so now this is real time. Now we will see in simulation. So simulation, we are only interested to see in ICMP packet, and so there are different type of packets. So we are only interested in ICMP packets. So now what we are doing, we are unselecting all those other packets, and only we are choosing the ICMP packet. Okay. Now I will assign the same packet. I want to send this packet from PC0 to PC2. And now I will just see the simulation in the simulation status. Now you can see that packet is sent from 0 to hub, and then it is copied to PC1 and PC2. So please remember guys, because hub is actually not an intelligent device, and whatever the packet you send through hub, it copies that packet to all computers which are, or devices which are attached to hub. So this is actually this is the issue, or the security, you can say, issue when you are using hub with your computers. So now what we will do, that we will just remove the hub from here, and we will attach the like switch. So switch is an intelligent device which send the packet or the message to that destination, only to the computers to which you want to send that packet. And the reason is that actually switch, it works on MAC address of the devices. Okay, so what we will do, we will use this option, remove uh, the hub, and now we will connect the switch. So we will take the switch and I will just want to take the generic switch. Okay, now what I will do, I will now choose this communication or connection. So I will use this connection here. This is with from PC1 to switch 1, then from PC0 to switch 1, and then from PC2 to switch. Okay, already IP addresses are assigned, and so we need to see that now we will do the same thing in simulation, that already one packet from PC0 to PC2 was set. No, so we will just run this simulation and see that in this scenario what happens. And okay, so what we will do, that we will go in real scenario. First, we will need to delete the previous video. We will create a new one. Okay, so for example, the packet is sent from PC0 to PC1, and now I will come to simulation, and I will see, okay, only ICMP packet is selected. So now I will just see. Let's see, packet is sent from PC0 to switch, and then based on the MAC addresses, it is only sent to PC1, and and this message is not copied to PC2. So this is actually because the switch has the MAC address of the devices, and that's why it has been sent. Now this packet has been delivered. Okay, so this is actually the connection in which we have used switch. Okay, now what we will do, that we will use two so what we will do, we will use two like, so this is one LAN, for instance, and now we will establish the other LAN, and then we will use we will use the router, and we know that at which stage we can use the routers. So first I need to just move it. And okay. So I need to move them here. Okay. So now what I want to do, that for example, these are the two LAN. This is LAN 1 and this is LAN 2, and they are connected, for example, with this LAN is also connected with switch, and then these two LANs, they are connected with the routers. So as you know, that router is used to just yeah. So what router forms that router is used when your packet wants to go to the separate network. So for instance, these are two different networks. So in these two different networks, so this is one network and this is the another network. So for example, the packet from PC4 wants to go to this network to, for example, PC0. So, so router we use when we have different networks. So, okay. So for that, we will repeat the same process. That first we will allocate the IP addressing. So for example, this is uh, this is a different network, and then so we will use again the address or the class C for addressing for the purpose of IP addresses. So 3, 4, and there is 192.168. So dot 3 dot 5. Okay. So now we will connect these pieces with the switch. Okay, and now we will locate the addresses, IP addresses. So the same process we will follow, and we will just write 192.168.3.3, and then the subnet mask. The same case here, we will again so configure the IP address 192.168.3.5, and now for PC4, same process we will follow to give IP addressing 192.168.3.4. Okay, guys. So now you see that this is actually now is active LAN with different network, and this is active LAN1 with different network and LAN2 with different network. Okay, now we will make a connection of this LAN with router. So, and now we'll make the connection with serial connection with the both routers. Okay. So now you can see as it shows that these green triangles, they are showing that is an active connection of these pieces with switch, and there is an active connection of these pieces with the switch. If we want to send a packet from this PC to this PC, it is not possible because you see these red connections. So this red line is showing that the network from here to here, this is not active yet. But these connections, they are active. So we can send packet from PC4 to PC4 to PC3, or from PC5 to PC3. So it means that in this LAN, we can send a packet to any PC, and in this LAN, we can send a packet to any PC, but we cannot send any packet from this LAN to this LAN unless we don't actually make active this leg. So now what we will learn that we will give a network. This is also a network, so we will also give different network to this machine. For example, so we can give 5 dot, for example, 0. This is one network, and this is also a network. So here I will give 192.168.3.0. So normally we show network with the last digit is 0. and this one is 192.168.1.0. Now these are the three different networks, and these networks are connected. So this is LAN, this is LAN 1, this is LAN 2, and this is actually the two routers which are connected through serial port. Okay, so now we will go to our issues again. The reason is that because we need to set the gateway. So gateway means that which router is actually work as a gateway for the message from this LAN to this LAN. Okay, so default gateway, in default gateway we have to set the IP addressing. So 192.168.3.1. So normally this will work as a gateway. So now, so we have given the gateway to IP addressing to PC3. Now we will set for PC4, and then the same we will set for next PC, that is PC5. So now we have set the gateway here, and now we will set the same thing here. So we will just set, because it is actually the gateway for this LAN, so we will set with fast Ethernet. So here we will write the same address, IP address, and this will be the subnet mask, and we will put it on. Okay, and so now you see that this hole has become active. So it will also, after some time, you will see that it will also turn into a green green type of triangle. So which mean that the hole is, this whole part is active until this router. Okay. Now we will see that we are going to assign a gateway to this. So gateway IP address of this computer will be 68.1.1. And now we will just copy it. And now we will define this gateway to all these PCs which are attached to this LAN. Okay, guys. So now what we have done, that we have assigned gateway IP address. Now the same IP address we are going to assign to our router. And now we will put it on. Okay, so now guys, you have seen that this has become everything is green here. So it means that this whole connection or whole network is active, and now it will become also green after some time. Okay, now what is happening here, that this router 1 is gateway for, will work as a gateway for this LAN, and this router 0 will work as a gateway for this LAN. Now we can see that still this serial communication is inactive. So now we will see that how we can make it active. Okay, now we will go to router 1, and so we will go to serial port. And for serial port, first we need to tell that router that this router is the part of 192, this network 192.168.5.2, and we will make it on. Likewise, we will tell to this router that, and go into the serial port, that it is the part of this network 192.168.5.3, and then we will make it active. So now this is on. So now you can see that green triangle can be seen here. So it means that now it is also active. However, Now we have to tell these routers that through this router IPs that we need to tell that this router will look after this network as well as this network. So we need to, and so this is the network which is this router one is looking after. So 192.168.1.0. So this is the one network. Okay, I need to see again 192.168.1.0. Okay, so it is looking after route one is looking after this network and this network. So the other network is 192.168.5.0. Okay, so these two network it is looking after. Now the same RIP, that is router internet, like, so RIP, we have to tell that which network it is looking after. So this router 0 is looking after this network and this network. So then we have to give the IP address of both networks, .3.0, and the other one is 192.168.5.0. Here we go. Okay, so now we can see that the whole stuff is active now. And now what we will do first, that we will check this this by actually sending up one. So what we will do, we will use ping command and we will ping PC0, PC0 to PC4. Okay. So what we will do, we will go to command prompt and we will ping PC0 to PC4. The address of PC4 is 192.168.3.4. Here we go. So if they are active, so we will see. So see here, packet sent is 4, received 3, lost 1. Okay, there could be a problem, but still we have seen that we have still an active connection. Okay, now we will see the same thing under the simulation. So under the simulation, again, we have seen that we have only ICPM packet. So now what I will do, I will have this packet sent from PC2 to PC5, and now I will run this to see that how this packet will deliver through this LAN over this router and then reach to this LAN. So here you can see that the events are given. Yes, successfully this packet has been delivered from router 1 to router 2. But it could not come from here to, could not deliver from here to, because if you see that now we need to see that what is actually happening here. So I just come to here and clear event list and see what is happening. So we will see that what is happening here. So this is okay. So I think there is a problem with this clock rate. So we need to set it to 64,000. And that's it, I guess. And now we will delete the stuff. And now we will go into simulation. And we will again see the fresh packet. And now we will see. So sometimes there is a clock rate problem. So we have arranged or set that clock rate to 64,000. See, so it is successfully delivered from router 1 to router 0. Yes, now to LAN 2. And it is delivered here. And now what will happen? Now it will send to, yes, here is the confirmation. Is going back to the to the person who is originator of this packet. And here is packet is delivered. So you can also replay it, and now we will see it that through our statements to see that still packet is actually lost. So ping. So here is actually we want to ping to PC5. So ping 192.168.3.5. I think before that I need to set to a real time, because in simulation you cannot ping. So now again we will go to this command prompt. So ping. So we are want to ping 5 So 192.168.3.5. Guys, see, now send packet were 4 and receive packet were 4. There is no loss. So now successfully we have established our two different networks and these networks are actually attached with these two routers. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this demo. Uh, Thank you very much for citing this demo. I hope you have learned. Now you can easily configure your routers as well as your switches.